hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What's going on, Entertainment? So today I'm coming to you guys with another Bad Boys Texas recap. You already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, let me know what y'all think about this video, okay? So it starts off where we left off. We see Chef D sort of walking up to get to Carry On, right? And Carry On is a little bit, he not hiding, but he's preparing, okay? So he's preparing to really thump with Chef D. Chef D runs up on him, booka baka boo, okay? Carry On. I give Carry On strength and props in his flowers for still wanting to, get it in with Chef D, even though he probably knows in the back of his head, Chef D gonna use all his weight to really, take advantage of the situation. Okay. Second round, they go again. The whole time Chef D's like, I just want my money. Where my money at, nigga? I just want my money. I just want my money. I'm like, at this point, you starting to sound like Stewie Griffin.
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
Gonna make Carry On look like a broke nigga. So I get the point of you want your money, but I would just keep beating your ass until you decide to, disperse the money out of somewhere. So they go for a second round. And clearly, Kirk Franklin did not teach Carry On how to stop because he could not keep on his feet. Okay, he twirled like a ballerina, girl. He all right, because Carry On. Chef D ran up on him. Carry On twirled to the floor, girl. I said, damn, Carry On, you're better off running. The only thing that kept confusing me too, Carry On goes, he keeps going, let it happen. Let it happen. Let what happen, Carry On? What were we gonna just let happen? You getting your ass whooped? Like, I was just confused as to what was supposed to keep happening. That's what threw me off. So we see Raz B kind of having like a back and forth with Chef D, saying that he shouldn't have did that because it seems like he kind of snuck him or whatever, and he appreciated it, giving him the burger and all this stuff. And Raz B basically wants to pay him. So he said, what's your cash app? All right. So he's like, Chef D Monster. It's Chef D Monster, nigga. You should give me 5% interest. Give me my money. So he finally gives him the money, right? And Chef D is a little satisfied with that. And then Orlando pulls up with the grandpapa hat, okay? Pulls up with the grandpapa hat, and he's just walking up looking like an uncle. And they basically press him like, hey, what was up with the whole situation with you, snitching on Raz B? I don't care what nobody says. Orlando was so wrong in this situation. If I'm your friend and I pull you to the side and say, hey, watch out for this, and then you snitch to everybody, I'm never going to tell you anything again. I'm not going to ever be friends with you again. I'm probably never going to talk to you again because you messy. Like, I can't trust you. I already got trust issues too, so like, I'm really not going to fuck with you at that point. You got me messed up. So, no, Orlando was wrong. I don't care what anybody else says. Raz B, in my opinion, should have never apologized. He's like, nigga, like, I just feel like you was my friend, nigga. Like, that, like, I feel like you weren't supposed to rat me out. If I pull you, fuck the zoo shit. Like, we were supposed to be friends, nigga. And I'm like, why are you even explaining yourself, Raz B? You're right. They're wrong. I don't care what anyone else says. Orlando still didn't take accountability for him being messy. And I'm like, you funny and all, but you was being messy. Prince even brings up the fact is, why is he being messy? Because he shared a lot of things with him, including Chris Stokes. They made sure to bleep out that name though. So all you see is, but I'm a good lip reader, so I seen Chris Stokes. So it's kind of sad with the stuff that Raz B's going through right now, that is being brought up. He did open up to the Bad Boys probably about that, but they probably edited it out due to forces that shall not be discussed. Probably threatening Zeus or threatening some higher ups up there, like, hey nigga, be careful what you show on here. All right, like I said, if I was Raz B, I wouldn't apologize for Nathan. All right, so Carry On, I don't even for what I remember, I don't think he even ended up paying him. Like the ref said, insufficient funds. It's giving insufficient funds. You're broke. Your cash shop says, no more no more money left. It's giving you're broke. Because Carry on. Just pay the man. Just pay the man. You already lost. You lost. Okay? By falling like a ballerina. At this point, you're just better off paying him so he can really get off your back. Okay? So he don't have to get his leak back. That's what you would be better off doing. All right. So they get on the bus or whatever after this is all done. And they're on their way there. And Lou basically says they're bad boys, but they still have faith. And he says, "Ara, you may, you have your beliefs, but yeah, I ain't like that. You call him out. Listen, dang right." He called out that boy. He literally made like individualize the boy or whatever. Y'all already know what I believe. At the end of the day, I do believe in God, Jesus Christ. Period. Okay. Without him, I wouldn't be here. I don't care what anyone says, especially with the stuff I've been through, my family been through, and all that. I'm a heavy spiritual person because I just feel like that's just my beliefs. I don't even have to explain it. I'm sorry. All right. Do I feel like it's right though to try to, push it on other people? No. Because I'm gonna respect what you believe. Just don't disrespect what I believe. That's just how I feel. And I'm the type that I've always been that way since legit. So I didn't really kind of like how they kind of isolated him. He did, explain it. And y'all know Zeus, they cut off the explanation. And then he ended up showing his shot. So he's just like, I beat the nigga ass and he shot me here and then he shot me there. So he ends up showing like the gunshots and stuff on his stomach. So we end up seeing that, but they cut off his explanation about, what he believes when it comes to God and spirituality. Because he was basically going to say like he believes that there is a God, but he might not believe that there is a God in Jesus Christ. Basically, that's kind of the gist I was thinking he was about to get to, but they cut it off or whatever, right? And then he also says that he's not going to believe just because everybody else believes, right? So then Mo City Bay talks about his experiences getting shot at, and he talks about his spiritual journey too. Okay, so they finally get to the club, and religion is such a serious topic that Zeus isn't the network to really, discuss these type things, especially with the stuff that be going on these shows. They get to the club, and I don't know what Orlando drunk, powder donut up, something, but he couldn't even stand up. Stand up! He couldn't even do that. The security had to really hold him up. Big Chris had to really hold him up like he was a puppet. So they basically walking him in there. He's like, so they walking him in there, whatever. He's drunk down boots. Okay, he has some of that dark liquor, that Hennessy mixed with the Tron, mixed with the Cavassier, mixed with all that. Probably had a Four Loko on top of it too. So they get to the club, whatever. Now apparently Orlando was so drunk that he was knocking out bottles. He knocking out bottles and everything. Darrell didn't really like it because he felt like it was a little bit embarrassing, and he's too old to be getting that drunk. Okay, he's a little irresponsible. All right, that would have got on my nerves too, especially if you're knocking down and breaking bottles. That's going to create a mess. It's probably going to get on my outfit. I'm going to some way. I'm going to get annoyed. Okay, so I get how Darrell felt really about that. So they get to another club called Superstition. And they start inviting girls into the section or whatever. They have that little party segment. So the next morning comes, we see Raz B, Prince, Carry On, and Mo City talk about the whole confrontation. So Raz B's just like, like my nigga, like I deal with confrontation like differently. I've been in the industry like about 47 years. So like I deal with confrontation differently, nigga. I just feel like niggas, don't really move like me. So it is what it is. They just start discussing the whole thing. They start bringing in a new person. Why Raz B to me is feeling so guilty about what happened? I wouldn't have gave a crap, okay? Because I tried to put you on as a friend. You ratted me out, so you, okay? I wouldn't even care. That would have just been on them. I would have been like, oh, well. So they talk about the new boy and how there might be a new boy and how they look you want to initiate him in like it's a gang type of life. Okay, so after that happens, we see Lou, sitting in the bed. He drinking, his green tea and Sierra Mist, so his stomach could get a little better, and his Canada Dry, y'all. He's drinking it, and then Ara comes in. So Ara comes in, he's checking in on him, and this shows how good of a person Ara is, especially after fighting him. So he's checking in on Lou, and Lou is saying he's feeling sick because of the club or whatever. And they're reminiscing on their fight and the fact that they could get along. You already know in present tense, Ara says he's gonna beat his ass. Okay, he even jokes about it in his confessional. He says, after the show, I still want to beat your ass. That wasn't a joke, Ara, because you still want to do it. So he spoke it into the future. Okay, it's like he knew. But it was good to see them kind of get along for now. But we all know that's not gonna last. So Deanna Orlando and Relly are talking outside, and Jonathan comes back. Okay, Jonathan is the main character of this show. They treat him like royalty. Okay, they are hood rat. That is royalty. Like seriously. So he comes in with the bag and everything like that. They catch him up on everything that's happened, and then they tell him that they might have a new boy coming in. All this stuff. Jonathan looked like he went home for a week and came back to the bad boy's house. So then they have a house meeting. And because Natalie says that they're going to have a big surprise for them. So Prince is talking about how he was like, I think that like we're going to get like matching tattoos, matching dangling earrings, matching chains, nigga. Like we're going to get something great, nigga. Like, yeah, I'm excited, nigga. And I'm like, you're sweet ass. No, nigga. Y'all get the new boy. All right. So the new boy is introduced and is seen. Before this, though, during the meeting, apparently they haven't been getting to the bag. The reason why is probably that bag was probably Mr. Orlando's bail. So they haven't getting to the bag or whatever. I guess the clubs and stuff haven't been giving them their dues and their payments. And it's probably because Orlando was breaking all them bottles down. So whatever they was going to pay, all they using to pay them bottles down. That's what it really is giving, right? So they feel like they need to charge niggas for tickets for the next booking or whatever, and they start giving assignments, and they get to Chef D. Orlando's like, oh, you should cook. We haven't seen you cook since you got here. Chef D to me is just not the smartest person ever. Your literal name is Chef D. That's like me going style by P, and I'm supposed to be a stylist, and I haven't said that I'm a stylist during the whole show. That's crazy. Or styled anybody during the whole show. Say what you want about, Lou. At least he styled somebody during the show. Say what you want about Ara. At least he danced throughout the show because, he says he dances and everything like that. Right? Say what you want about some of them, but at least they display something. But Chef D, you a cook. And you haven't cooked a plate. You could have organized the scene where you did a crab boil or something, but you ain't did nothing, Chef D. That to me is crazy. Like, why are you there? You're supposed to be promoting your business. That to me is crazy, but hey, that's Chef D for you. So he's like, I'm for the cook, man. I'm cooking. Like, it's okay. I'm for the cook. I'm for the cook, nigga. Chef D gives me the type to order something from DoorDash and then heat it up, and serve it up for dinner. He gonna order for stuff for Uber Eats on the low, put it in his car while all the other cast members are sleeping. He gonna heat it up in the kitchen real quick, put it out, and be like, "Look, I made y'all food. I got y'all food. You see that they got that steak right there. They got the mashed potatoes, and then probably somebody gonna peek while they notice the receipt in the trash can." So then we get introduced to the new boy. Natalie comes in. She's like, so guys, we're going to introduce the new boy. And I feel like you guys need a new boy. Anthony's gone. Okay. Ara, I know you miss his ass. You do. Anyways, here comes the new boy. So she comes out. She goes outside. She gets the new boy. And it's Adonis. Okay. Like I said, I've heard of him before. That's like Mr. Prom. He does like all the, the high school girls' prom dresses and everything like that. So they bring him in. He says he's the king of Miami. Girl, everybody says they're the king of Miami nowadays, all right? What Nicki Natural said, Trick and Trina are the king and queen crabs of Miami. Everybody say they're the king and queen of Miami. So he comes in or whatever, and then next thing you know, he calls out D. He says, D, yeah, you've been talking all that stuff on the gram. You've been talking all that stuff on the gram, okay? Like, in the words of Johnson, you talking all that shit on the gram? You talking all that shit on the gram? You talking all that shit on the ground. Okay, so he does him one of those. Chef D gets up. Jonathan, moves the couch away, and they start a thumping. They booka baka booka boo. This the thing, Adonis. When you fight, keep your head up. You had your head down. You went like this. You supposed to head up with the nigga. Like you had your head down. So Chef D ate, unfortunately. Okay, we know he eats, right? So he did eat when it comes to that fight. I will give him that. I'm telling you, I ain't no hate. I'm gonna give it props when it's due. So he did eat him up. I was like, damn, Adonis, keep your head up, boy. And it looks like he does it again next week. All right. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. What y'all thought about the new boy, and we're up, babies.
No personal thing.